here at Camden Yards tonight. And of course, we thank you for coming here on this great Friday night. It's a pleasure being with you, especially on a special occasion such as this. But before we end the program, we would like our newest inductee, Roberta Elmore, with some pregame honors. I think that means the first pitch.
Every
I'll hold that for you.
You make the magic happen. The magic of Orioles baseball. When the game is close and the opens are hot, there's a thundering roar from 34.
All right, so thank you for being with us. Enjoy the ball game tonight. Thanks for coming along. You are now Oriole Hall of Famers, and let's get this game underway. Let's put one in the win column tonight. Thank you.
Great job by Joe Angel. Congratulations to Robbie Alomar and Don Freese going into the Orioles Hall of Fame. It's Chris Tillman against Aaron Harang. Orioles baseball coming up next on Masson.
Many to be the best defensive second baseman in baseball history, today was honored with induction into the Orioles Hall of Fame. With the ceremony coming to a close, the game is up next. And Chris Tillman takes on his former team. It's Game 1 against Seattle, and it's all right here, up next on Masson. It's the Orioles on Masson on an absolutely perfect Friday night for baseball downtown. It's the Orioles and the Mariners tonight opening up a 3-game weekend series. And hi, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Jim Hunter. Mike Bordick joins us in a moment on a very special night and a very special day in the year of the Baltimore Orioles, the induction into the Orioles Hall of Fame as Roberto Alomar and Don Freese have taken their places among the elite in franchise history. And the Orioles looking to continue with the karma of the pregame ceremony as last night the Birds came through with a much-needed win. For 8 consecutive games, the Orioles struggled at the plate. They needed a breakout game, and last night that's exactly exactly what they got. In fact, it was a perfect night because they had the hitting to go along with the pitching. Now, last night, the team combined about .314. Chris Davis hit a home run, 6 RBIs to drive in all 6 runs. The Birds went 4 out of 6 with runners in scoring position, and 3 of the 6 runs scored with 2 men down. That was the margin of victory in the game. And for a team looking to break out, 7 of the 9 Orioles in the lineup had a base hit. 5 of the 9 Orioles in the lineup had at least an RBI. And over those last 8 games going into last night, it was a struggle as the Birds averaged just 2.4 runs per game and a 140 average with runners in scoring position. And Mike Bordick, you knew this team was going to break out. It's too good of a hitting team. The team was wondering when would it come, and it was really good to see, and maybe opportunistic for the Orioles going into this season, that not only was it a breakout night, but they broke out top to bottom.
They sure did. It was a great performance, obviously, by the whole Orioles offense, but they had a great game plan going in. You saw a lot of the Orioles hitters taking the ball deep in the zone, driving it the other way. Nate McLouth went the other way for a big RBI. Brian Roberts went the other way. Chris Davis started his night with a hard line drive up the middle, and then he came through with a huge home run. But a lot of great approaches, sound approaches. Looked like they really calmed themselves down, saw the ball a long time, and picked up their base hits. And you look for them to stay a lot more consistent now that they exploded after last night's game.
And the hitter who is having the magical season for the Orioles, probably the most important run producer, also had a big game last night, and that's Chris Davis. And he is putting together historical numbers as the year continues. Hit his 39th home run last night, which drove in his 100th run. He is leading the major leagues in both those categories. And, Mike, this is what is most impressive, the splits. 22 home runs, 50 RBIs at home, 17 home runs, 50 RBIs on the road, exactly right down the middle. And he becomes the first Oriole to have a 100 RBI season since Nick Markakis in 2009. You talk about sluggers, some take advantage of their home ballparks. With Chris Davis, it doesn't matter. He is a hitter who can hurt you regardless, and it shows with the RBIs, 50 home and 50 on the road.
It sure does. Great consistency, obviously, from Chris Davis. His batting average has remained high. I think even when he's not hitting home runs, and he went into that little drought after the All-Star break, he's picking up his base hits, staying on the baseball. Just a matter of time before he starts popping them out of the yard regularly. I don't know if he's going to keep up the pace he had in the first half of the season, but it's nice to see him back on track. A couple big home runs here recently.
He may have set too big of a pace for himself. So tonight it's game 1 of the 3-game series. Roberto Alomar, the first pitch. He thought he was flipping to Mike Bordick to turn 2. It's Hall of Fame night here at Camden Yards. Masson is brought to you by PNC Bank, for the achiever in you. Oriole Park at Camden Yards on this Friday night. What a weather night. we have for this game. Here's our Train game time temperature. Train is celebrating its 100th anniversary by offering irresistible financing. It's hard to stop a train, really hard. 85 degrees with the winds out of the southwest at 9. Humidity creeping up a bit at 44%. And we have mostly sunny skies as we approach first pitch. So Seattle comes to town. They just got swept in 3 in Boston. Brad Miller, Nick Franklin, and Kyle Seager up top with Kendrys Morales in the cleanup spot. The DH in his first year with Seattle, 16 home runs and 61 RBIs. Ibanez, Morse, and Justin Smoke. Michael Saunders in center. Humberto Quintero will catch him bat ninth.
And let's take a look at the scouting report tonight for Chris Tillman. He is anchoring the staff, has emerged as the Orioles ace, and is going after his 14th win tonight. In his last 10 starts, has pitched to a 2.98 earned run average and has won 9 of those 10 games. He is commanding his off-speed much better. Now, he carries a great fastball, but his off-speed pitches have been outstanding. He's thrown his big curve for more strikes, and he's been much more consistent with his changeup, and he's mastering the Mariners this year. 4-0 through his career with a .98 earned run average. This will be Tillman's 22nd start of the year. 104 strikeouts to 47 base on balls with a 3.62 earned run average. Opponents hitting just 252, lefties 235, and the righties a click better at 274.
And he has a little bit extra rest here tonight. He hasn't worked since last Friday, and the first pitch right in there to Brad Miller. And it's strike one, and we are underway. Well, the Seattle team, you're going to see so many different names as their rebuilding phase has reached the point where the prospects they have drafted and developed are now being promoted. As that one bounces in there, and Brad Miller is certainly one of those. He's a 23-year-old rookie. There's Robbie Thompson, the acting manager of Seattle, as Eric Wedge continues to recover from some health issues. Breaking ball, there's a strike. And Buck Showalter mentioned before the game, asked about Chris Tillman. He says if he has commanded that breaking ball, that curveball, look out.
Boy, it really kind of sets the table for Chris Tillman. Now, he's got other weapons, but when he's throwing that curveball for strikes, hitters just are so off balance throughout the count.
And strike 3 called. See you later. So Brad Miller looks it over, and Tillman, very quick work to get Miller and one away.
Well, starts him off with a fastball right down the middle, then a couple breaking balls, and here he just dots a fastball down and away. Gets him looking 92 miles an hour.
Tillman in search of his 14th win. Of course, drafted by Seattle, a second-round pick out of high school back in 2006. And the fastball misses outside to Nick Franklin, another of the young players just promoted. He is a 22-year-old rookie. He was Seattle's first-round pick out of high school in Florida in 2009. Too late on that pitch, and it's 1-1. Both Miller, who just struck out, and Franklin, who are batting 1-2, both have made their major league debuts this season.
Yeah, a lot of young players. Obviously, we talked about that in the Houston series with so many young players getting opportunities. Now they're fighting and clawing to try to prove they belong in the big leagues. So very dangerous teams when you have a lot of young players.
Well, you got to like that call there by Wieters, as Franklin was late on the swing of the fastball, came right back with the same pitch.
Yeah, certainly don't want to speed up his bat with an off-speed pitch, but he could waste one here.
Well, 1-2 the count, 1 out, nobody on. And a weak ground ball hit the second. There's Ryan Flaherty. And out at first is Nick Franklin for the second out.
Let's take a look at the Orioles defense tonight behind Chris Tillman. McLeod, Jones, and Markakis once again in the outfield. J.J. Hardy back at shortstop. But Ryan Flaherty getting the start at second base. Manny Machado over at third. Chris Davis at first. And Matt Wieters behind the plate.
Well, 2 downers, Kyle Seager. Seager's having a real good year. He's one of the veterans on this team now. He's in his 3rd season.
Right.
25 years old. Seager 9th in the league in base hits. You see the batting average right at 300. He has 125 hits. And there's a get-me-over curveball for strike 1. It's 0-1. Seager's got a 3-game hitting streak working and is 7 for 14 in that span. Tillman deals 0-1 and just inside, and 1-1 the count. Well, Chris, 13-3 on the year. As Mike told you, his numbers are so good, it's hard to decide, well, which part of the season do you talk about? Well, most recently, he has won his last 3 starts and has pitched to an ERA of 2.14. That one down and in for ball 2. Jim Johnson on the bench. Too early for Jim to be in the bullpen. Just underway in the first. 2-1 is foul straight down at the plate. Well, Tillman, Mike, in his last 10 starts, hard to get better than this. 9-1 with an ERA of 2.98, 52 Ks and 63 and a third. They're the Seattle numbers that you talked about. 4-0. How about a 0.98 ERA? Yeah. Just incredible against the team that traded him away.
Right. The team that drafted him and signed him. He has pitched so well.
And the 2-2 pitch to Seager is a swing and a miss. He got him. What a start for Chris Tillman. 3 up, 3 down, 2 by strikeout. Seattle doesn't score. Here come the Birds. We were all 8 once. It was just so long ago we don't remember. So win the game for that youngster who was 8 years old. Orioles lineup: McLeod, Machado, Markakis, Jones in the cleanup spot. Now 22 home runs, 74 RBIs. Davis, Wieters, and Hardy. Urruti at DHing, Ryan Flaherty at second base, and batting ninth.
And here's a scouting report tonight for Aaron Harang. He has turned it around. He got off to a slow start with the Mariners, going 2-6 with a 6.7 earned run average, but has pitched much better, posting a 3.24 earned run average lately. He has been limiting his walks. Certainly hasn't hurt himself with the free passes, averaging just 1.69 walks per 9 innings this year, but he has had road troubles. 1-4 on the road with a 6.03 earned run average in 6 road starts. Here's a look at his numbers. 71 strikeouts, just to 18 base on balls.
McLeod to center field. Saunders in on it, plays it on a hop. Nate McLeod red hot, stays hot. He's now got a 6-game hitting streak going, and a leadoff hit here in the first inning.
And here's a look at the Mariners defense. Raul Ibanez, oh yes, we know him, in left field for the Mariners. Saunders in center, Morris in right field, Miller at short, Franklin at second base. Seager and Smoke on the corners with Quintero behind the plate.
Here is Manny Machado, who had a 2-for-4 in the win last night, and that was certainly needed. He snapped out of an 0-for-14. He has really struggled in the past 10 games and over a longer stretch since the All-Star break. Harang deals, and it's just outside, 1-0. Where it says the season goes on, Mike, and you know this better than any as a former hitter. The book is always out. What's he doing well? What's he not doing well? What is he scuffling at? Okay, we're going to keep giving him that till he proves he can hit it.
Yeah, constant adjustments have to be made, both by a pitcher and a hitter. And the quicker you can make them, you can stay on top of that curve.
1-0 is down and away, and it's 2-0. Well, Manny Machado against Seattle. 385 in the 3 games in Seattle with a home run. And into the Orioles bullpen. Manny, since the All-Star break, just 9 for 51. And swings through it. A nice healthy cut to him on the count. Harang is now 35 years old. He's in his 12th season. And he certainly has been well traveled. He was originally drafted by Texas all the way back in 1999. He pitched in college in his hometown at San Diego State. McLouth at first. He is 4th in the league in steals with 25. Whereas Nate has not been running as much recently as he did earlier in the year. His last stolen base July 20th at Texas. And that broke a drought of about a month.
Yeah, he really slowed it down out there on the base pass. With so many Orioles hitters hot, he was a little bit concerned about running himself into some outs, so kind of quieted it down a bit.
Good take by Manny, works the count to 3-1. Machado since the break 9 for 51, 2 home runs and 6 RBIs, and his doubleless streak now has reached 88 consecutive at-bats. And still he has a healthy lead for most doubles in the American League. 39 two-baggers. And it's inside ball 4. That was a real good at-bat. Very patient, works the count. The Orioles have walked fewer times than any team in the American League. That's a good sign there. Patient, don't swing at a bad pitch and work the walk.
That's right. Well, you know, Buck Showalter talks all the time. You don't want to take their aggressiveness away, but you want them to be selective. So they've been a little bit in between, but you'd love to see how aggressive they were the first half of the season. But Manny Machado is showing great patience.
So a chance for a big first inning. Here is Nick Markakis. Nick had a big RBI in the game last night on a sac fly on a ball that nearly got over the left fielder's head for an extra base hit. Aaron Harang 5-9 on the year. The Mariners, by the way, his 3rd team already this season. Pitch to Nick is low, bounces in there, and it's 1-0. Harang was in spring training with the Dodgers, and he was traded to the Colorado Rockies on April 6th. And 5 days later, Colorado traded him to Seattle. So in the span of really a week, he was on 3 different teams. The Dodgers felt they had too much pitching, so they let him go. Swinging a foul back, 1-1 on Nick. Markakis 6 for 21 on the homestand. And is batting an even .300 since the All-Star break, 15 out of 50. Friday night at Camden Yards, Orioles so far are 3-3 on the homestand with 3 games to go beginning tonight against Seattle. And it's over but low, ball 2. You know, for a pitcher who has walked now just 19 on the year, this is a real nice approach by these hitters. Forcing him to come up in the zone.
Yeah, well, I think it's a carryover from last night's game. I mean, they showed great patience last night as well.
2-1 is outside, ball 3. Harang averages 1.7 walks per 9 innings. Carl Willis, the pitching coach, with the acting skipper Robbie Thompson. So Harang in a jam here. He's got to come into Markakis or he'll load the bases. Bounce towards first. That's a foul ball. And there is Jeff Datz, former Oriole coach, now the 3rd base coach with Seattle, and one of the nice gentlemen in the game.
Sure is. It's like a big polar bear down there.
He's big. Played in college at Glassboro State in New Jersey. I'm sure he has some family in town, being at Glassboro's exit 2 off the turnpike, so an easy drive to see Jeff. See if the runners go. 3-2 on Markakis. McLouth and Machado with their leads. They do not. And it's inside ball 4, and the bases are loaded. Little concern mounting on the Seattle bench. Buck Showalter's club with a chance to grab an early lead and an early big lead.
Harang's only had 1 game this year where he's walked 3 batters. He's had 7 games where he's walked none, and the Orioles have already worked him for 2 here in the first inning.
Well, you get scouting reports, and prior to last night, the Orioles really struggled at the plate over those 8 games, going 2-6 in those 8 games. And one of the reasons they struggled is they were anxious. So you get those scouting reports. Last night, you have a breakout game. Jim Presley said at the cage today, everybody's relaxed today. It was a good night for everybody, and everybody's ready to go. Here's Jones. Right field down the line. Tough play from Morse. Over. Can't get it, but it goes foul. Just faded foul at the last moment.
Let's take a look inside the numbers at Aaron Harang. Now, his strikeout to base on ball ratio over the past 4 seasons, not very good, but great improvements here this year. I mean, almost 4 strikeouts per base on ball. You see, last year really scuffled there. He was averaging 4 walks per 9 inning. So, very good adjustment, but Orioles able to work him here today for a couple early walks.
His ERA at 4.25 over his last 6 starts. He does have a win against the O's on the year. Here's the 0-1 to Jones. Line drive, base hit left field. And the Orioles get the lead. Cutting off is Ibanez. McLeod scores. Machado scores. Ball is bobbled. Markakis being sent. He's coming to the plate. He is safe at the plate. And the Orioles grab a 3-0 lead.
A great piece of hitting right there by Adam Jones. He went coast to coast, just missing a double down the right field line, then turning on an inside fastball. And you see Ibanez down there bobbling it. Great heads-up base running by Nick Markakis, and third base coach Bobby Dickerson recognizing it and sends him and able to score pretty easily on the high throw.
Well, Jones will be credited with a double. We'll see if he gets 2 RBIs or 3. He gets 2, and 1 comes home on an error on Ibanez. So the Markakis run comes home on E7, and Adam gets a couple of RBIs. So Jonesy now with 76 ribbies on the year. And there's still nobody out. So here is Chris Davis, now with a 100 RBI season. Down and in, 1-0.
Take a look at Chris Davis, second fastest Oriole to 100 RBI. Of course, his home run total has really helped that number get up there quick. 39 home runs on the year.
Well, Miguel Tejada did it in 108 games as Davis fouls it back. That was in 04. Chris Davis this year in 109th game. Boog Powell in 1969 needed 110 games. 17 pitches already, still has not recorded an out. And Davis, second in the league with runners in scoring position. Line towards the middle. The shortstop back of the bag is Miller. And he'll get it to first to get Davis. Jones moves to third with 1 down. Because of the shift, Davis misses out on a base hit, but he does move Jones to third with 1 down.
Well, last night he started with a base hit through the middle, and he almost caught Harang in the back on that one. Good defense by Miller, playing him up the middle.
So a chance for a 4th run, and this is a real good spot for Matt Wieters, who has been struggling. High fly ball right field, not that deep. Morse over. Jones will tag. Morse settling under it. He's got it. Here comes Jones. Here's the throw. It'll be well up the line. Jones comes in, sac fly and an RBI, and a 4-run first inning for the Orioles.
Well, that's the kind of stuff to get Matt Wieters hot right there. Aggressive early, picking up the sacrifice fly and a big run. See Adam Jones tagging. Morse just kind of airmails this one. It's just a 1 shot, and it's offline. Adam Jones scores easily.
Now, Matt Wieters, who is 0 for his last 21, he'll smile on that. Picks up the RBI. It's his 50th on the year. And there's a strike taken by Hardy. So the Orioles now have 5 players that play every day with 50 or more RBIs. So 2 outs now, and the base is empty. And a foul back. You see the sun peeking through in the grandstand. And it's outside, 1-2. Harang has 110 major league wins. And the 1-2 to Hardy is low, and it's 2-2. And Mike, if trends mean anything, Harang is in trouble. He's given up 4 runs. Seattle on the year has averaged 3.9 for him.
Oh.
Robbie Thompson has a struggling team playing a contending team as Hardy fouls it off. The Orioles have been somewhat disappointed with the record on this homestand, but they know with a good weekend here they can head into that West Coast road trip with some momentum. But Showalter asked today by Steve Molesky of MASNsports.com if he's been checking the standings, and he said not in about a week. And he said he paused and he said with obvious reasons because they struggled over the week. Bud Nars joined the team yesterday for his first start after the trade on Wednesday, in which he was fitted for a uniform. And gave the Orioles exactly what they needed, 6 strong innings.
Yeah, really impressive start by the newest Baltimore Oriole, Bud Norris.
Hardy pops it up on a 3-2 pitch. That's Nick Franklin at second base. And he's got it for the out, and the inning ends. Orioles send 7 to the plate, score 4 times. Big first inning and an early lead for Tillman. On the Orioles calendar, there is Roberto Alomar waving to the fans, inducted into the Orioles Hall of Fame. And Robbie, nice enough to join us here in the booth. It is great to see you, and what an honor, so richly deserved. What was your thought when you were called and told, you're inducted at Cooperstown last year, but 3 years as an Oriole, 2 playoff years. What did it mean to you when you were called?
Oh, it means a lot. I think I was a happy little boy. All the time you get a phone call for the Hall of Fame and being inducted into the Orioles Hall of Fame, it's a dream come true.
When you look at that 3 years, which is the requirement, players have to have played at least 3 years, that you made such a significant impact that all of the voters felt you deserved it.
Yeah, I only played here 3 years, and I'm speechless. I never thought that they were going to give me a phone call, and I'm glad they did. Because I had a lot of fun here. I played with great teammates, and I can ask for more.
Hey, Robbie, who do you think influenced you the most? Now, I know you talk about your family a lot. Your father, you were always around the big leagues, but was there a big league player that you watched that you tried to emulate?
I always watch Jose Chero Cruz, who's outfielder. I love the way he hit, and he always been the guy that I always admire, even though he didn't play second base, but I love his hitting.
Yeah.
There's a fly ball to right field. Long run from Markakis. He won't get there. That's going to fall in. And a blue pit for Kendrys Morales leading off here in the second. So which Jose Cruz, the father or the son?
The father.
Okay, played all those years for the Astros.
Yeah.
I had to think about that because I thought you were kind of a contemporary of the son. Now, tell me about playing with Mike Bordy.
Oh, Mike
Bordy
Bordy
came here in '97, and you guys formed one of the best double play combinations in Orioles history.
You know, like I say in the conference, playing with Mike was it was a thrill for me. A lot of people don't recognize how good he was. He was real steady shortstop, and playing with him, he made me even better as a second baseman. So it was an honor to play with him, and I'm glad that I had the opportunity to play for 2 years. Yeah, Mike?
Yeah.
2 years. So it was great.
Now, what was it like for you? You came over here from Oakland. You become the shortstop, and you have a future Hall of Famer at third base and a future Hall of Famer at second base.
Yeah, it was pretty intimidating at first. But to be honest with you, what an amazing team that was in '97. I mean, everybody was on the same page. It was a goal-oriented team, so they made me feel right at home right away. And I think that was why I came to Baltimore. I wanted to have an opportunity to win. And when you have great players like Roberto Alomar and Cal Ripken there, it only helps you out. It made me certainly a much better player.
There certainly has to be a camaraderie with the double play guys up the middle. And you guys hit it off right from the start. It was as if you had played together for years. How long in spring training did that take when you consider you don't play every day in spring training to get that cohesiveness that works so well?
Oh, it took right away. I think, I watched Bordy play, so I knew the kind of player he was. And all I needed to do my job, and then he do his job. And a lot of communication. I think communication is a big part of having a good combo. And I had a great communication with Mike, and he understood how where I liked the ball to be throwing, and it was easy from there.
Yeah, it was pretty easy for me as well because I knew what Robbie Alomar was capable of doing. I talked today about when I was playing against Robbie and hitting that I could never give up because he would always make these fabulous plays. Well, it holds true when I played shortstop when he was playing second base. He would come up with some amazing plays, balls that I thought were going to get to the outfield, so he always had to be ready. So I was always prepared for whatever Robbie would be doing.
Now, one of the things that I came to admire with you, Robbie, in batting practice we'd watch, and you would make a lot of fabulous fancy plays during the game. But what people didn't understand is he would practice those plays in batting practice just to get the footwork down and the flips. And you probably robbed and saved so many outs of opposing hitters just by the fact that you practiced that. Now, where in your career did you begin to do that?
When I was in Toronto, I started, just flipping the ball, doing different things, just having fun. Mm-hmm. And then I got used to it, and then I got better and better. But the main thing as a second baseman to me is quick feet. I always had quick feet. I always work on my feet and work on my hands. And I just had a lot of fun playing the game of baseball. And that's why I was so successful in the game.
Bouncer to first by Ibanez, out at second, and safe at first as Tillman tried to get over there, but Ibanez legs it out, so the fielder's choice and one away. One of the things about your career, you've already been honored in Toronto, where you played early. Well, of course, you came up as a teenager in San Diego, and then that big trade with the Blue Jays, and you were part of world championship teams there. And Buck Showalter made the comment today that those teams in Toronto were some of the toughest for him to manage against. Tell us about your memories of that group coming together, where you were a major part, switch hitter, top of the lineup, maybe batting second, behind Devon White at second base.
Well, we had a great bunch of guys, but we kind of clicked together. We knew when to move guys over. We knew when to bunt. We had great pitchers, great bullpen. I think we had a good balanced team from top to bottom, and also we had a great manager. So that made our job much easier.
And then Pat Gillick comes from Toronto to Baltimore, and you follow him here. So that was very convenient for you, wasn't it?
Well, when he signed here, he came here. I kind of knew that he was going to try to sign me here in Baltimore. I did wanted to stay in Toronto because I had 5 great years. But, hey, I came here, and I had a lot of fun here. No regrets.
Well, Roberto, congratulations. Definitely a deserving honor in the Orioles Hall of Fame. We appreciate you stopping by. Best of luck, and don't be a stranger. Come around more often.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Let's go, Baltimore. Let's go, Orioles.
Baltimore. Lily has already won $500 by being selected and will win $100 more for every Orioles hit during the game tonight, plus an extra $500 for any Orioles home run in the 5th inning. For your chance to be the Maryland Lottery Hit a Big contestant of the game, play 5-card cash. Go to mdlottery.com/Orioles to enter. 4-0 O's. Henry Urrutia leads off, and it's down and in, 1-0. The Orioles getting 4 in the first on just 2 base hits. Urrutia in the number 8 spot. Slaps it foul, back out of play. Well, he is off to some kind of a start. Highest batting averages in the first 10 games in Orioles history going back to 1954, and Urrutia comes in at .333. Trailing Curtis Goodwin, Chito Martinez, Jeffrey Hammonds, and he's on a pretty good list. Real good batting eye. Facing Aaron Harang here, who allowed 4 runs in the first inning.
And we've seen his ability to use the whole field as well. Now, in the minor leagues, and Andy Duquette talks about it, showed great gap-to-gap power with potential to hit the long ball. It hasn't shown much here, but it has sprayed the ball all over the field.
And a high chopper towards first, waiting on it to smoke. The flip to the pitcher, and just in time, Harang gets there. And beats Urrutia to the bag. And 1 away here in the 2nd inning. Well, fans, we invite you to get on board during the playoff chase. Pick up your Birdland Summer 6-pack. You'll get a ticket to 6 games of your choice for the remainder of the season, including 2 games against either the Yankees or the Red Sox, and it's all for one low price, so you'll pay those non-prime prices for the prime games that you won't want to miss. Lock in your seats now as the pennant race heats up, and enjoy major savings over the single game price. Get online, Orioles.com, or call 888-848-BIRD. And here is Ryan Flaherty, who is playing at second base tonight. Brian Roberts has been placed on paternity leave. And it's high 1-1. Brian and his wife Diana are on the verge of becoming parents. They went to the hospital this morning about 10:30. Buck Showalter said there's Steve Johnson. He has been activated from the disabled list, and he's available in the bullpen. Line drive for Flaherty. There's a base hit the other way. They weren't playing him that way. That's going to go all the way to the wall. Running it down is Michael Saunders. Flaherty is thinking 3 and then puts on the brakes. So there's a 1-out double for Ryan Flaherty.
That's a beautiful piece of hitting right there by Ryan Flaherty. Hasn't gotten many at-bats recently, but stays on this one. Take a look at the Nissan pitch track. That ball stays pretty much down the heart of the plate, down in the zone, and Flaherty staying on it, driving it to the gap. Good job of base running as well. He was thinking 3 the whole way. He's turning it on. His head is up, looking. He sees the center fielder Saunders, recovers, and he holds at second base for his 7th double of the season.
Well, the Orioles with a chance to add on a run here. Back to the top of the lineup, Nate McLeod. Nate got it going in the first with a base hit to extend his hitting streak to 6 in a row. Pulled down the right field line, hooking, and foul.
Well, Nate McLeod has been red hot since the All-Star break, that .354 batting average. And these are the type of pitches he's hitting, just about everything. But 10 hits have come on fastballs, 5 on the breaking ball, and a couple change-ups for base hits as well.
He has had 7 multi-hit games since the All-Star break. Which is down and in. Quintero bluffing it through the second, chasing Flaherty. Aaron Harang is making his first career appearance at Camden Yards. It's only his 3rd time ever facing the Orioles. Breaking ball in the dirt, and another good take. There are the numbers Mike talked about. Just 1 win on the road, and that came in his last road start. July the 5th, he won in Cincinnati against the Reds, one of the teams that he used to pitch for. Inside, ball 3. Harang was drafted by Texas in '99. Then he was traded to Oakland in the offseason following the 2000 season when he was a youngster in the minors. The Athletics eventually traded him to Cincinnati. And then he went to San Diego as a free agent, the Dodgers as a free agent. And there's a strike. Down full 3-2. And then during spring training, he was being shopped. Eventually was sent to Colorado for Ramon Hernandez. The Rockies didn't want a salary, but they spun him off to Seattle.
Yeah, a lot of movement.
Orioles being very patient early on here. 3-2 pitch coming to Nate McLouth. And he got it. Came in off speed, and McLouth couldn't reach it, so a strikeout first of the game for Aaron Harang.
Yeah, appeared to be a big curveball. A big 11-5 break. That was almost more 12-6. Very slow at about 74 miles an hour. Gets Nate McLouth out front.
The 2 down. Here's Machado. Manny walked and scored his first at bat. Fastball's high, 1-0. Two walks, both scored in that first inning rally for the Birds. High fly ball slicing down the right side. Long run for Morse. And he reaches up and he grabs it for the out. Wow. Michael Morse just in front of the stands, plucks it out of the air, and Machado's retired. A double one left through 2, 4-0 O's. Seattle gets set to bat now in the third. Here's a look at our Chevrolet League leaders, brought to you by Chevrolet. Find new roads. Well, the pitcher's best friend, Mike, run support. Max Scherzer gets the best, 7.64. He's also the winningest pitcher in the league. Hellickson, 6.70. Then Verlander, Anibal Sanchez, Ryan Dempster, Bartolo Colon, and Chris Tillman gets on that list. 7th best in the major leagues. And you want to know why the Tigers are contended? How about 3 of their 5 starters on that list?
Yeah, great run support there. Of course, Scherzer's having a great year. He doesn't need all that run support, but certainly helps to relax a starting pitcher. And Chris Tillman has got a lot of support all year long.
Here is Justin Smoke, and this is always an enjoyable matchup when the Orioles get together with Smoke. You have 2 guys right there at the plate that played 3 years together in high school, and here they are in the major leagues. Tillman deals, and it's outside, 1-0. Matt Wieters is 1 year older than Justin Smoke. They went to high school together in Goose Creek, South Carolina at Stratford High School. Wieters played 4 years of varsity baseball, as did Smoke. They were teammates for 3 years. Matt graduated, then went to Georgia Tech. Smoke stayed for 1 more year. He graduated, went to the University of South Carolina, and they both would become first-round draft picks in the big leagues.
Pretty impressive, huh? Well, great baseball team they must have had.
I wanted to ask Matt who was the better player of the two, but I didn't think he'd answer. But that is amazing. You know, when you do your research and you say, well, how many big leaguers came out of that high school? You're looking at them. Those two right there. Takes all the way on a 3-0 pitch. Of course, when you play in high school, you always have the dream of playing in the big leagues, as I'm sure they both did, and here they are realizing it. And this has happened already several times. The 3-1 fouled off.
Well, a great changeup from Chris Tillman. That changeup of his has really come a long way, and it's almost become his go-to secondary pitch. Now, his fastball has been great all year, and we've seen him be able to execute it up in the zone. He creates a great downhill angle, but this changeup he's throwing off the fastball has been tremendous for Chris Tillman.
And a foul back. Well, here are the most wins in baseball since April 22nd, and Chris Tillman at 13-2, trailing only Max Scherzer, who is 14-1. Of course, Chris has 13 wins on the year, so it all began with his win on the 22nd. That is just amazing consistency.
It sure is. I mean, Chris Tillman has really, found himself here. He took his lumps for a couple years in the big leagues, and of course, last year when he got called up, really settled in. It was almost just like a new guy. Much more maturity. Great competitor. He's always been a great competitor, but he has found his way through and really emerging, and it's like we've talked about, as the staff's ace.
Well, walk on a 3-2 pitch on the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Time now for our AT&T Mobility Trivia Fact. Chris Tillman 4-0 with a 1.55 ERA and 4 starts against the AL West this season, and he is 11-1 in 13 starts career with a 2.05 ERA. The 4 wins against Seattle, the most against any opponent, and those AL West numbers, the best divisional breakdown in his career versus any of the divisions. Here's Michael Saunders, who is batting 8th. Fouled straight down. Saunders having a tough year at 229. He did hit in the final 2 games in Boston, 3 for 11. The Red Sox last night had a 7-2 9th-inning lead and lost. 0-1 is a fastball that just missed. 1-1. I was talking to Mariners executive about the tough series they had being swept in Boston. They lost the extra inning game and then blew the 7-2 lead last night. He said, well, there's 2 ways you look at it. You say, yeah, we really should have taken 2 out of 3, or maybe a team that is scuffling finds ways to lose those games. And that's exactly what happened to them. They're 8 games below 500. Robbie Thompson, the acting manager. And the Red Sox right now, a hot team and a hungry team. They've found ways to win. And there was one call that should have gone the Mariners' way on a strike 3 call that wasn't called, and the Red Sox took advantage of it. Johnny Gomes then got a base hit on the next pitch. Fly ball to left, carries back. McLeod back on it. That ball is way back there, and it goes out. There's a 2-run home run for Michael Saunders the other way. So the Mariners are right back in it. It's a 4-2 game. So the home run doesn't hurt as much as the walk in front of the home run.
And pretty impressive power here going the other way with a Chris Tillman fastball. Now, it's not bad location either. That pitch is right on the outside corner, but he goes out and gets it and gets a sweet part of the bat on it, driving it up over Nate McLeod's head.
So 2 runs in and nobody down. That is the 22nd home run allowed by Tillman. And he is prone to the home runs because he throws so many strikes. And the pitch is low, 1-0, much like Bud Norris last night. But as Bud showed, the solos usually don't beat you.
Right.
So there have been a total of 3 walks in this game. There's Bud on the Orioles bench. All 3 have scored, 2 for the Orioles and 1 now for Seattle. And Quintero gets ahead 2-0. Pitch count now at 38 as he works here in the 3rd inning. 3-0. Quintero is playing in just his 3rd game for Seattle. He had been with the Phillies and then signed with Seattle as a free agent on July the 25th. There's a strike at the knees, 3-1. Mariners have a couple of veteran catchers. Quintero catching tonight is 34. Henry Blanco, the other catcher, is 41. Well off the plate, ball 4. So Tillman having a tough inning here. A leadoff walk followed by a home run, and of course Camden Yards will yield the home run. Home runs per game, the two teams combined 2.78, second highest in the major leagues, trailing only the Rogers Center. Batting average here 255, that is 8th best. Runs per game combined 9.15, fifth, and ERA 4.34, third highest. Orioles at home are 32 and 23. So Tillman, after 2 very easy innings, has struggled here. He has walked 2. He's allowed a 2-run home run. Now here's Brad Miller for his second at bat. And it's high 1-0, and Wieters out to the mound for a chat.
Matt Wieters out there probably sees something mechanically, trying to get him out over that front side. Find a little bit more consistency in the strike zone here.
Adair on the bench has not yet been out for a visit. He had 42 pitches after throwing 25 combined in the first 2. There's a strike on the corner. Brad Miller played his college ball at Clemson in South Carolina. Up to the big leagues very, very quickly. And that's too high, 2-1. Miller was drafted in the second round in 2011. So this is his 3rd professional season, and he's already in the big leagues. He began this year in Double-A, did well, was promoted to Triple-A, did better, and now he's in the bigs. And Tillman pitching himself into a jam here, 2-1 the count. There's a strike taken, 2-2. And Chris averages just over 3 walks per game, and he's already walked 2 in this inning. Big pitch coming up here on 2-2. It's low, ball 3. Miller in his 30th game in the big leagues. He has 28 base hits. And the 3-2 is bounced to short. Could be 2. Hardy. Flaherty back to first. And safe at first. He just beat the relay. Good hustle down the line by Brad Miller.
Yeah, tough ball to turn 2 on, a hard chopper. And I think the Orioles turned it as clean as they possibly could. J.J. Hardy gets it. Quick release. You see Ryan Flaherty with the quick turn and the strong arm. But Miller with good speed down the first base line just gets there in time.
Good positioning there by Larry Vanover, and you see he was safe. Good call. Here is Nick Franklin, the rookie second baseman, grounded out his first at bat. There's a strike. Belt tie strike, and nothing in 1. Can't catch up to it, 0-2. So Tillman, after struggling getting ahead of the first 3 batters, now 0-2 on Nick Franklin.
Well, that's a good sign, and I think that's a sign of maturity, obviously, for Chris Tillman. Being able to make adjustments a lot quicker. And that's why he's staying in ball games and having the success he's having this year.
One bounces in there, and Franklin lays off and checks the swing. Amanda Gonzalez at third, signaling that he did not go through. It was expected that the Mariners might make some moves at the trade deadline to trade some of their veteran pieces who are not necessarily part of their long-term future, and instead they did nothing. They stayed pat. Strike three called, and Franklin knew it.
Well, Chris Tillman has mixed in enough off-speed pitches that his location with his fastball just freezes Franklin up here. 92 miles an hour, right on the black. Beautiful pitch with his fastball from Chris Tillman. And take a look at the numbers here compared to the last 2 seasons. His fastball high in the zone, really good. 218 in 2012, 222 this year. Down in the zone, great improvements. Last year it was getting raked at a 404 clip, way down to 256 this year. And I think it's the fact that his changeup has gotten a lot better. He's locating it down in the zone. When he throws his fastball off that, it keeps hitters off balance and in between.
Well, that was a real good combination to Franklin, who saw that breaking ball on the pitch before. Maybe that was the seed they planted, and he let a fastball go right by for strike three.
Yeah, it really is. And when Chris Tillman can show that he can throw his off-speed pitches early in a game for strikes, he's going to be in an advantage. When he's struggling with that, hitters just file him. No, he doesn't have the command of his breaking ball, so they put it away, and they sit on 2 pitches, maybe just 1, maybe just his fastball. So when he has command of his off-speed pitches, wow, he is a strong starting pitcher.
Kyle Seager up. He takes ball 1. Good cut foul, that back on the screen. Seager with 17 home runs. He leads the Mariners in the lineup tonight in homers. Morales, who's on deck, has 16. Ball and a strike on him. And they talked about the Wieters and Smoke connection, both from the same high school. Seager, who's at the plate, and Dustin Ackley, who was a starter and now is not starting as much as he had been. They were college teammates at the University of North Carolina, and they were drafted by Seattle in the same draft in 2009. Ackley went in the first round, Seager in the 3rd round, and Seager has become one of the best hitting third basemen in the league. Tillman high, ball 3. And that may have been one of those situations where the Seattle scouts were there scouting Ackley, and they kept going back, and they saw, hey, who's this other guy?
That's how it works a lot of times, yeah.
One breaking ball for a strike, 3-2. Tillman, a pitch away from getting out of it. You see Davis step behind the runner Miller. He'll be off 3-2 with 2 men down. And it's high, ball 4. 3rd walk in the inning allowed by Tillman. Fastball missing high, and Rick Adair is going to come out for a chat.
Now, Rick Adair has been biding his time this inning. Matt Wieters went out for a visit earlier. But this is 3rd base on balls in the inning. It's the Orioles pitching coach out there for a quick chat.
So the tying runs are on. Miller at second, Seager at first, with 2 men down. And here is Kendrys Morales. Morales acquired in the offseason in a trade with the Angels in exchange for Jose Vargas, or Jason Vargas, the left-handed pitcher. Bouncer towards the hole. Hardy diving try. Can't get it. That's a base hit. McLeod will have no play. And coming in to score is Miller. And it's a one-run game. Morales went after the first pitch, and he found the hole.
Seeing eye single right there going the other way. Pretty good effort by J.J. Hardy. The pace of the ball allows Miller to score pretty easily. You see him stay on and go the other way with it. Nice effort by J.J. Hardy. Trying to preserve that run from scoring. A lot of middle infielders, most of them should. If there's a runner on second base, try to get dirty to knock that ball down. Even if you can't get an out, try to stop that run from scoring.
And here is Raul Ibanez, a dangerous hitter. Tying run at second, breaking balls in the dirt. Ibanez, 41 years old in his 18th season. This is his third different tour with Seattle. He was drafted by the Mariners way back in '92 in the 36th round. Here's a strike on the inside corner. Tillman is facing his 8th batter in this inning. He has given back 3 of his 4-run lead. High fly ball to right off the end of the bat. Markakis is there. He has a play. And the inning is finally over. But Seattle sends 8 men to the plate, scores 3, and strands 2. Bottom of the third coming up for 3-0s. And Sons, buddies turning out on Hall of Fame night. Roberto Alomar receives his green jacket, inducted into the Orioles Hall of Fame. Ceremonial first flip. Chris Tillman had it going early on, as did the Oriole bats. A 4-run bottom of the first, 2-run double by Adam Jones, and then a sac fly from Matt Wieters for a 4-run first. But Seattle has come back to make it a game, a 3-run third, and it's a 1-run Oriole lead. And Chris Tillman with some command issues, walking 3 batters in that third inning, and that set up the rally. Here's Markakis against Aaron Harang. Strike 1 on the corner. Nick walked and scored in the first. Jones on deck, then Davis. And same pitch right there. 0-2.
A good changeup away. Late fade at the end.
One and 2 on Markakis. Nick has now gone 126 at-bats without a home run. His last home run was on June the 24th. He's just having one of those years where the long balls aren't there. He has 8 home runs, and his RBI opportunities haven't been there.
Right.
And he has prime spots in the Oriole lineup. He usually bats third, and occasionally against a left-handed pitcher, he'll bat leadoff. He is one of 6 Orioles with 100 base hits, though. He's got 123 hits on the year. The 2-2 is high, ball 3.
Harang trying to get that pitch inside. Has for a couple pitches here. It's just losing it arm side.
A full count of Markakis leading off in the 3rd. Popped up foul near the Seattle dugout, and that'll be out of play. Seager over, Quintero over, both run out of room. So Nick is about to see an 8th pitch in this at bat. Aaron Harang is in his 317th major league game. And still in a big league rotation at 35 years old. 3-2 is bounced to first. Smoke plays a tough hop. And he'll go to the bag unassisted. Markakis retired, 1 away in the Oriole 3rd. The O's and the Mariners continue this weekend series tomorrow night at 7:05. So back your birds, coming out and enjoy a Saturday night with the family and your friends right here at Camden Yards. Good seats are available, but they're going fast. Weekend games have been selling. Get your tickets now. Call 888-848-BIRD or get online at Orioles.com. So an 8-pitch at bat, but the battle won by Harang. And here's Adam Jones. Adam with a 2-run double his first at bat. And he'll take a strike down and away. Adam Jones has been working daily in batting practice with Jim Presley on hitting the ball the other way. And he pulls it to third. 2 down as Adam Jones bounces out.
Well, I think Jim Presley's philosophy of a lot of these Orioles hitters, because they're so strong and they have just power to all fields, is the longer they can wait on the ball and use the whole field, drive it the other way, they're such good athletes, they can react in. They don't have to force the issue in. So see the ball long, if all of a sudden a guy tries to sneak one in the inner third, they'll react to it, and that's what Adam Jones did in his first at bat when he picked up that big double.
Ball high to Chris Davis. Chris bounced out his first at bat. He's got a 3-game hitting streak going. Six hits, including 2 home runs on the homestand. High fly ball, deep right, there it goes. Look out, Utah Street, and gone for Davis. There's number 40. So Davis, Mike, heating up. He's now hitting 4 in a row, and he's got 3 home runs in those games.
Yeah, that ball was destroyed by Chris Davis. Harang trying to get it in, and it stays on that inner third, and Chris Davis just backlegs this one. That ball is hammered out onto Utah Street.
Wieters goes the other way and fouls it off. 40 home runs and 101 RBIs. Wieters fouls it off again the other way. It is only the 5th season in Orioles history that a player has hit at least 40 home runs. Chris Davis joining a very elite list. And he certainly is making a run and having the best home run season in Orioles history, which is owned by Brady Anderson, who was part of the pregame ceremony tonight. Brady hit 50 in 1996. Frank Robinson 49 in 1966. Jim Gentile hit 46 in 1961. And Rafael Palmeiro 43 in 1998. And now Chris Davis 40 in 2013.
He's just such a dangerous hitter. That was a majestic home run, too. That had some height and distance to go along with it. But you see pitchers trying to find a way. Lang trying to go in on Davis, and you make a little bit of mistake. He has the ability to hit home runs to right field, center field, and left field. So just a very dangerous all-around power hitter.
Here's where the ball goes, and here's where it lands, bouncing out on Utah Street. All those fans on the flag court thought prime spot for a souvenir, and it all right over their heads. He is so strong, he uses the whole park. Usually those fans have a chance for souvenirs. Yep, watch out for batted balls out there. Wieters line right to the shortstop, and that's the kind of luck Matt's having as of late as the inning ends. But Chris Davis gets into one. There goes number 40. A no doubt about it shot onto Utah Street. And the Orioles, as we head to the 4th, with a 5-3 lead. The Hall of Fame tonight. Who's hot in baseball tonight? It's En Fuego. Our Major League News and Notes. How about you, Darvish? Mike, 14 strikeouts last night, joining Roger Clemens and Randy Johnson, the only pitcher since 1916 with 3 games in a single season with 14 Ks and no walks. That's some kind of command. Kansas City, 9 straight wins, 3 runs or fewer allowed in each. One of 3 teams in the last 30 years to do that. They're trying to win 10 in a row. A trail at New York to the Mets 2-0. That game is in the 4th. In Boston last night, the 6-run comeback win. They trailed 7-1, largest of the season. 11 walk-off wins for Boston. That is most in Major League Baseball, and that's how you have a contending season. Here's Michael Morse, and Tillman deals high, so let's see if Chris can regain his command of the first 2 innings after a rough third. Morse bounced into a double play to end the second. Strike on the outside corner. Tillman threw 36 pitches in that third inning, facing 8 batters. Can't catch up to it. 1-2.
And a couple of really good fastballs. Well placed on the outside corner by Chris Tillman right there. Now Morse is a very dangerous hitter with long arms. He can get out there and get him.
1-2, and he got him. So Morse down on strikes. Tillman gets the first out and one away. Strikeout number 4 for Tillman.
Well, 3 straight fastballs on the outside corner. Take a look at the Nissan pitch track here. That one even looked like it had a little cut action on it at 92 miles an hour. And Morris can't quite get on that one.
Well, not only did Tillman get out of that inning without surrendering the lead, his teammates have now added to that lead. So it's a 2-run cushion once again at 5-3. Here's Justin Smoke. He got that rally going last inning with a leadoff walk on a 3-2 pitch. And a little looper towards the middle. Flaherty can't reach it. That bounces in for a base hit. So a soft line drive, and Smoke has been on base twice with a walk and now a single. Well, fans, on Sunday, all kids 14 and under can bring those big league dreams to life by coming to Camden Yards and running the bases following the game against Seattle at 1:35. So don't miss your chance to make some Birdland memories with your family and enjoy a great summer afternoon of Orioles baseball. Get your tickets in advance and save 888-84-8-BIRD or online at Orioles.com. It is so much fun to watch the kids after the day games run the bases day, how much fun they have. In particular, when you have the 2-year-olds that don't know which direction to run.
Yeah. I have more fun watching the parents wanting to run the bases.
Yes. Maybe we should see if they'll have that promotion.
Yeah.
How about parents run the bases and their kids watch them there?
Right. Yeah, that would go over well. Kids would go crazy.
Saunders homered to left field. He went with it. Let the pitch do most of the work. Sharply hit to Davis. The second one, Hardy back to first, and a double play. 3-6, back to 3, and that ends the inning. Real good bounce back inning for Chris Tillman. So the 1-out single, but none left. The Orioles 2 DPs in the game, 113 on the year, have the lead. In you, Jonathan Scope. He's making some noise at AAA Norfolk. Last 4 games, 5 for 16, 3 home runs and 4 RBIs. So for the year now, batting .296, 11 home runs, and he missed a good part of the season with that lower back stress fracture. 40 RBIs, 877 OPS. And Dan Duquette on O's Extra on Wednesday, after the trade of Bud Norris, went out of his way to bring up Scope's name for 2 reasons. 1, every team tried to get him away. And number 2, Duquette made it seem as if Scope might be here this year to help this team. As J.J. Hardy hits it deep to left field and caught at the wall. And Hardy's retired. Ibanez went back. The ballpark holds it and 1 away.
And a good pass at it right there by J.J. Hardy. And take a look at Raul Ibanez, the veteran, checking out where the wall is and timing his jump perfectly to come down with the first out of the inning.
So we'll have to see if Mr. Scope keeps hitting like that.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That's what you want out of a prospect. Make them notice you and force their hand.
And so young, too. 21 years old now. Obviously been through a lot with the stress fracture in his low back, but rehabbed himself well. When he was on his rehab assignments, he was tearing the cover off the baseball, and that carried right over into AAA Norfolk, where he's having himself a great year.
Yeah, the Ironbirds hated to lose him. He was their best hitter.
Yeah, right? Set record, didn't he?
Yes, 7 RBI game.
Yes.
He had a grand slam and had a 3-run homer in the same game. 0-2 on Urrutia. Grounded foul. I thought we had a historic matchup here tonight, and it is still somewhat historic in the history of the game. Henry Urrutia is DHing for the Orioles, and Kendrys Morales is DHing for Seattle. And they are both natives of Cuba. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Down slowly towards second base. Right there is Franklin. And there's 2 away. And I was wondering how often that happened in big league history. Of course, going back to when the DH started back in 1973. And it's only the 21st time in the history of the DH that both DHs in the same game are both from Cuba. 15 of those 21 times, it was Rafael Palmeiro against Jose Canseco. 15 of the 21 times. So if you take those 2 guys out of it, It really is unique that Urrutia and Kendrys Morales would be matched up as DHs for the competing teams. It's also happened, there's Kendrys on the Seattle bench 3 other times for Kendrys this year. It's in the AL West, Yoenis Cespedes of the Athletics 3 times DH'd against Seattle, and Morales DH'd against Oakland in those games. That ball's sharply hit foul by Ryan Flaherty. Ball's behind in the count 1-2. Yeah, in fact, the first 15 times that happened, it was all Palmeiro versus Canseco on various teams. High fly ball deep to right. Back it goes. It is gone off the top of the wall. And now first base umpire Vanover saying it didn't go out. And Buck's going to come out. That looked like it hit the top by the railing and then came back in.
Yeah, I think the Orioles fans are letting him know, along with Buck Showalter. That one off the top.
And this should be one they review, and when they do, we'll see if they see what we saw.
Let's take a look right here.
Yep, that's a home run.
Definitely is. Ryan Flaherty with a couple great at-bats tonight. Picked up a single, or a double, excuse me, in the second, and then a big home run right there.
So once this is overturned, the Orioles will have a 6-3 lead, and Flaherty will have his 7th home run. When they see that video, they'll see it was no doubt about it. Flaherty's like, well, I was running. I don't know where.
Yeah.
I think Ryan, being the hometown player here, explaining to Miller and Franklin, now see, here's the ground rule. If it goes up there and hits here, this is where you need to hit it. But if it doesn't go over the railing, it might bounce back. So the home run under review, and this should be a very quick review by the umpires. Vanover, Randazzo, and Gorman all went back.
Another look here. Looked like it hit off the fence first. So deeper than either first, we thought. Yeah, hit off that fence and then bounced off the top of the wall.
So Flaherty at the moment is being held at second base. This is really taking longer than it needs to take based on the evidence we just saw. And here they come. Home run. Well, Ryan Flaherty will circle the bases. Good job by Bud. Came out, asked them to look at it. They agreed, and the call is made correct. So there's number 7 for Ryan Flaherty.
Ryan Flaherty's having himself quite a ball game now. Of course, Flash hasn't played consistently here for the Orioles because of Brian Roberts' return. But with Brian on paternity leave, Ryan Flaherty getting an opportunity here, and he is making the most out of it. A double and a home run now to this point in the ball game.
And a big smile, likely being teased by his teammates that the umpires had to give him a home run. Yeah, Flaherty had 0 for 4 since the All-Star break, and he's 2 for 2 tonight. So getting a chance to play and taking advantage of it. And now high fives on the bench. Tapper slowly hit towards the mound. The race is on. Harang turns, he throws, and he got him with a nice scoop on the back end by Justin Smoke. McLeod is retired to end the inning. Ryan Flaherty goes deep. Number 7 has given the Orioles a 6-3 lead. Orioles have the night off on Monday. They'll be traveling to the West Coast. Tom, Dave, Mel, and Phil will wrap up this weekend series against Seattle and look ahead to the road trip. And they'll answer your fan questions as we open up that Masson mailbag. That's Monday at 5, Mid-Atlantic Sports Report on Masson. Now, are we allowed to put questions into the Masson mailbag? Maybe you and I can sneak one in, see if they read it?
I don't know if that's allowed, Jim.
No?
I really don't. I'll look into that, though.
You've looked over the bylaws?
No, I actually haven't.
Humberto Quintero leads off against Tillman. Fastball's outside 1-0. Tillman had a 4-run lead, and now his teammates have a 3-run lead back for him. What kind of a question do you think we could come up with that the boys would have to answer? We'll have to think about it. We'll have a caucus about this.
Okay.
Quintero walked his first at bat. Fly ball to center field. Jones back on it. Still going back. Way out there. That ball is gone. Carries over the wall for a home run. Humberto Quintero in just his 3rd game for Seattle. He has walked. He has homered. And it's now 6-4. His first home run, his first extra base hit for Seattle.
Quintero showing some pretty good power the other way. Take a look at the Nissan pitch track. Now this pitch is elevated over the middle of the plate, and he gets on it and stays on it right through that pitch. He knows he got it good. That ball just made it out in center field.
This ball's pulled deep down the right side, but that's going to hook back foul. As Brad Miller went after the first pitch. So Quintero, it's his first home run for Seattle. He had hit 2 home runs in his 24 games with the Phillies. Well, it's a 2-run game. Bounce towards second. Flaherty charges to get the nice hop. And out at first is the hustling Brad Miller. One away here in the 5th. Well, the highest percentage of runs via the home run. This is coming into today. Seattle at 47.1. They have 4 runs in this game. 3 have come in on home runs. The Orioles are second at 44.1. The Orioles have 2 of their 6 off the home runs. Then Atlanta, Chicago, and the Astros. Seattle also has 6 players with at least 10 home runs. That is most in the American League, tying Atlanta for the Major League lead. As the Orioles have lived by the home run all year. As Franklin takes a strike, 1-1. And now homered in 85 of their 110 games. Check swing, appeal denied by Manny Gonzalez. High fly ball to center field. Jones has a play on this one. Gliding back to it. Adams got it, and 2 down here in the 5th inning. Those fans, how would you like to win a hitting lesson with Adam Jones? No kidding, you can win and get that lesson. Sign up for Masson's Touch 'em All rewards. Follow, share, and score great prizes. Get online at massonsports.com to sign up, because being social has its rewards.
Get an opportunity to get a hitting lesson from Adam Jones. Are you kidding me? Take advantage of that one. Not only will you get a good lesson, but you'll be entertained.
Yes, you will. Here's Kyle Seager. He takes a strike. Actually, it might be better just to be on the field to watch his group during BP.
Yeah.
Adam is very entertaining. He and Nick Markakis are always in the same group, and today Henry Urrutia was in the group with them. They're always in the second group. And there is a reason why they do that, and it has to do with what they have to do defensively during BP. Now they foul. You'll have generally the 9 who are starting go in the first 3 groups, and then the 4 men on the bench that night in the 4th group. But tonight it's 3 men on the bench with Ryan Roberts on paternity leave. 1-2 on Seager. And he got him. High fastball that Seager can't reach. Seattle gets a run to chip away. We're through 4.5 at Camden Yards. High scoring affair so far, 6-4 O's. game will receive $500 for any Orioles home run. Lily Drumright has already won $1,000 tonight. For your chance to be the Maryland Lottery Hit It Big contestant of the game, play 5-card cash and go to mdlottery.com/Orioles to enter. Aaron Harang is hanging around in this game. It's now 6-4, so just a 2-run deficit. They'll go to work on Machado, Markakis, and Jones. The Orioles have scored in 3 of their 4 at-bats. Ground ball through the middle. There's the shortstop, Miller, and can't make a play. It's off his glove. Knowing Machado was hustling down the line, a bit of haste there.
I didn't really hit it that hard, but pretty good placement by Manny Machado right off the end of the bat. Looks like it had a little spin on it as well. And Miller tried to be a little bit too quick there to get Machado. Couldn't come up with it.
That has been ruled a base hit, so Machado, after a 2-for-4 night last night, has a 1-for-2 night tonight. And his team leading 138th base hit. With Markakis, drew a walk and scored in the first, grounded out sharply in the third. Breaking ball for a strike. Tony Randazzo thought about it. With .317 in his career against Seattle with 4 homers and 26 RBIs. Most of the Oriole hitters have few head-to-head at-bats against Harang. He has spent a good part of his career in the National League. The only one who has really any significant at-bats is J.J. Hardy, who now is 6 for 28 in his career against him. And a good take again. Harang walked 2 in the first inning. They both scored. He has not walked a batter since. Robbie Thompson's team hanging around. They have not had a lot go their way as of late, but down 4-0 in the first, they've made it a game. Strike at the knees, 2-2. They have done a real good job drafting as of late. And now some of those picks are here gaining valuable experience. They're in 3rd place in the AL West, 8 below 500. Inside ball 3, throw to first, and diving back in is Machado.
Pretty aggressive play right there. With the inside fastball, snap throw. Machado aware of it and getting back there safely.
Manny likes the respect that the base stealers get thrown behind him.
Yeah.
Watch out, young man, I'm watching you. Full count on Markakis. Manny runs. And it's bounced foul past Liam Kirby. Machado has 6 steals on the year, but he's been caught 5 times, so not a very good percentage, 6 out of 11. Harang is very tough to run on. In fact, there have only been 4 attempts on the year that have been completed, 3 steals and 1 caught stealing. But this deep in the season, only 4 attempts is not a lot.
Yeah, fairly quick to the plate. Good slide step. When he has to, he can hold various holds.
Manny was running, safe at second, and fired at first by Miller for the out. Miller thought about it, but then realized Machado was sliding in as he gestured towards the bag. So by sending the runner, the Orioles avoided double play.
That was a good idea by Miller. Tried to get over there to get the force at second base. And recognizing that Machado would have gotten in there safely anyway. Just takes the out at first.
Adam Jones with another RBI chance. He came through big in the first inning with a bases loaded double. 2 scored on his double. And at the back end of that play, Markakis scored from first on an error by Ibanez. Ground ball through the middle and a base hit for Adam Jones. Past the dive of Miller. Machado will score, and it's 7-3 Orioles. Adam Jones with a 3 RBI night.
Another good piece of hitting by Adam Jones. It's a breaking ball here. Stays in the heart of the plate, and he drives it back through the middle. Just out of the reach of the diving Miller. Manny Machado, you see him hustling around third base. Nice tight line there in uncontested.
And here is Chris Davis. Chris hit his 40th home run of the season, his last at bat. And a pop foul wide of third, and that will make it back in the stands. Now here's how they document this here at Camden Yards. It is the 72nd all-time home run on Utah Street, 6th this year. And for Chris, his 4th, so he'll get a marker. Now watch as our camera goes onto the flag court. This is during Ryan Flaherty's home run. Watch the ball. Here it comes. And there's the home run. You see all the fans there saying home run.
That's great.
So right out there for the documentation of the ball landing on Utah Street, and as a bonus, catching the home run of Flaherty. Outstanding camera work by our crew. Jones at first with one down. And it's outside. And you can see the reaction of the fans there on the railing on the flag court cheering for their team. They knew it was a home run. It was right in front of them.
Right.
So it was reviewed by the umpires. The double that they called was overturned, and the home run awarded to Flaherty. Davis slaps it foul the other way, and it's 1-2. So the fastest Orioles to reach 40 home runs in a season. Nobody has done it faster than Chris Davis. In the team's 110th game this season, the prior record was held by Frank Robinson in his Triple Crown season in 1966. He hit his 40th in the Orioles' 125th game, and Brady did it in the 134th game. Now, think about that. Brady has the all-time season record of 50, and Chris is 24 games ahead of his pace. Wow.
Yeah, Chris has a great opportunity to break that record.
Down in the count, 1-2 with Jones on at first, one down. Down and away with an off-speed pitch, and Davis lays off. Well, you got your birthday wish. Get a home run, Chris. How about 2?
Yeah, she's got to change the sign to another home run.
Have to send out a Sharpie. Too tight, ball 3. Brendan Maurer getting loose, one of the 7 relievers. 3 lefties, 4 righties. Maurer, one of the righties. Adam getting a good lead off first. Does not run, and it's swept towards first base. Smoke gloves. Thinks about second. The flip to first is just in time to get Davis. As the pitcher, Harang, got there, Smoke nearly cost his team an out. He had no chance at Adam Jones and looked almost too long at second base before the flip.
Well, he sure did. A little topper here as Chris Davis gives chase to the breaking ball. Smoke looks at second first. Good job by Aaron Harang, though, to stick with the play, get over and cover first base.
And Nick Franklin almost got run over by Harang. He was there just in case and had nowhere to go. So Jones ends up at second base with 2 down. The Orioles already have a pair of 2-out runs in this game. They got 3 last night and won 6-3. Matt Wieters is 0 for 1 plus a sac fly. High fly ball to left off the end of the bat. Ibanez in on it, and he's got it for the out, and the inning ends. But the Orioles scratch out another run on 2 hits and 1 left. We're through 5 at Camden Yards. 7-4. The Birds have the lead. to you by Head & Shoulders. Well, Chris Tillman making his 22nd start of the year. He has 5 whiffs in the game. Kyle Seager's gone down twice, and Michael Morse swinging through a pitch there. For Tillman, 5 strikeouts and 3 walks. All 3 walks came in that 3rd inning when Seattle scored 3 runs. So both the run support storylines are being followed here. Tillman gets 6.18 per game. The Orioles have scored him 7. Harang gets 3.95. Seattle has scored him 4.
Right on.
And a strike taken by Kendrys Morales, who's got a good game going. 2 hits, 2 singles, and RBI. So now hitting 4 straight games. This was the player that most of the folks who follow the trading deadline meticulously felt would be traded to a contender. As Morales can be a free agent at the end of the year. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2, and he is still a Mariner. Now, of course, you can still make trades in August. Player, though, has to get through waivers. And Dan Duquette said one thing about that as teams look to pick up players. If you make a claim on a player, you better make sure you really want that player, because you might just inherit the salary.
Yeah.
Now, for a player like Morales, who will be a free agent at the end of the year, it won't be that big of an undertaking. But there have been some big contracts, and that's slapped the other way. That's a fair ball. Morales has a 3-hit night. And McLeod has to go all the way into the corner. Morales pulls into second with a leadoff double. So Kendrys Morales is on, and 1 away. Well, the pennant race will heat up at Oriole Park. Tampa Bay comes to town on Tuesday, August 19th. They'll be here Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday through August 21st. And on the Thursday game, the first 10,000 fans 15 and over will receive an Orioles license plate frame. Now show your Birdland pride as the Orioles battle the Rays for a spot in the postseason. Get your tickets in advance and save. 888-848-BIRD or get online at Orioles.com. Now, there have been some big contracts that teams have put on waivers. Other teams have claimed maybe to block to go to another team. And the team that had the player said, you can have the contract.
Yeah, go ahead. You can have it.
It happened with Alex Rios with the Blue Jays. The White Sox put in a claim, and the White Sox said, okay, we'll take him. And the Blue Jays said, thank you very much. You can have the contract. And when Randy Myers left the Orioles following the 97 season, he signed a huge, at the time, 3-year, $18 million deal with Toronto. And in August of that year, the Blue Jays were out of the race. They put Randy on waivers. There were rumors that the Braves wanted him. They were competing with the Padres in the National League. Here's the 0-1. And the Padres put in a claim to block the Braves from getting Randy Myers. And the Blue Jays said, you can have him. So they inherited the final $12 million plus what was owed that year. Randy eventually got hurt in San Diego and was never the same. So that's one thing to consider as you read about all those rumors. As Ibanez has accounted 0-2, as teams possibly look to add for this stretch through the waiver wire, and will players get through? And just about every player is put on waivers just to see what interest there might be out there. Now, Manny Machado might not be put on waivers. Or Adam Jones might not be put on waivers because there's no way they're going to be dealt, so why do it? But usually teams will put several on there to see if they can sneak somebody through. 1-2 to Ibanez is line foul. And the Oriole fans got to give him credit here tonight. Every time Ibanez comes up, Mike talked about those 2 home runs he hit in the same playoff game last year as a member of the Yankees. Every time he's introduced, they're booing him.
There aren't many former Yankees that can make it through Camden Yards without being booed.
24 home runs for Ibanez at the age of 41. Lays off the breaking pitch in the dirt. Another high pitch count night for Tillman. He's over 90 as he works here in the 6th inning. The Orioles have had 64 starts this year of at least 6 innings. He has allowed the leadoff man to reach here in the 6th. Ibanez is 0 for 2 on the night. High fly ball to right. Markakis back, playable. Morales will tag. Nick has it. Here goes Morales towards third, and he'll move up 90 feet. He's at third with 1 down. So Ibanez is retired, much to the delight of Oriole fans.
Well, he advanced the runner, but that's a big out right there for Chris Tillman on a really good pitch. Ibanez having a great year. Big time power numbers for him this year. Another really good changeup to get it off the end of the bat.
Here's Michael Morse, who is 0 for 2. This ball's hit to the gap in right center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. There goes all the way to the wall. Morales will score, and Morris will pull into second base with a double. So first ball swinging, going with the pitch. It is 7-5, and once again, it's a 2-run game. Troy Patton now getting loose for the Orioles. Orioles have an 8-man bullpen tonight with Steve Johnson added. The replacement for Brian Roberts, who went on paternity leave. Here's Stevie. One of those nights, last Friday against Boston, 7 scoreless innings for Chris Tillman. He allowed only 2 hits and no runs in that game. The pitch count is mounting. Tonight he's allowed 5 runs on 7 hits. And here is Justin Smoke with a runner in scoring position and 1 down. And with that RBI double, now the tying run comes to the plate. Rick Adair is going to go out for a chat. The Mariners lineup has 4 straight left-handed batters plus 3 switch hitters. First 2 innings, it looked like it was going to be the typical Chris Tillman start. But the 3rd inning, he was out of whack. He walked 3 batters in the inning, allowed 3 runs, 2 on the home run to Saunders. Was able to get through the 4th on just 7 pitches. With the home run in the 5th by Quintero, and now a run here in the 6th. So the Mariners have scored in 3 of their 6 at-bats. And 2 for 4 on the night with runners in scoring position. Those are 2 out of 6. Michael Morse out there with 1 down. Here's the strike at the belt. One of the reasons Buck Showalter mentioned why Bud Norris started last night is because he was scratched. He was supposed to pitch on Tuesday and then was scratched as there was the trade on the verge of being completed with the Orioles. He said with a starter, sometimes they can have too much rest. Well, because of the day off on Monday, and then Bud Norris joining the team and starting last night when Tillman was scheduled to start, Chris has not pitched in a week.
Yeah.
And even though you could say, well, at this time of year, he's pitched a lot of innings, 126 coming in. An extra day may be okay, but an extra 2 days, you don't know. You just might be just that much off your game. And it's going to be a challenge coming up because of all the days off. The Orioles next week have 2 days off, one on Monday and then one on Thursday after that 2-game series in San Diego. 1-2 on Smoke. Slice foul the other way. McLouth over. They run out of room. It's back out of play. But Showalter has a lot of different lineups put down in pencil for the games coming up with those days off. Of course, the one disadvantage the Orioles will have on the road trip, no DH. Going to National League parks. Just outside 2-2.
Yeah, the Orioles pitchers have been taking batting practice all week. Been seeing them doing their bunting drills and having some fun swinging the bat. A couple of them going deep. Tommy Hunter hit a couple home runs. Feldman, pretty good swings.
Doesn't chase the breaking ball, ball 3. And unlike the first 2 innings when Chris had a real good curveball, his curveball late in this game has been bouncing and the hitters don't even offer at it. So Smoke, another deep at bat, and has worked the count to 3-2. And a foul. He just got a piece.
Well, Chris has a lot of confidence in that changeup right now, though. He's throwing it a lot. See his pitch count now. The average 104.9, season high 117. Tonight, right at 100 pitches.
Checking Morse to keep him close. Foul back this way. Every starter will tell you he'll have 5 starts during a year where he'll have everything. Command, any pitch for strike, any count. 5 where he has nothing. There's a line drive to right. That's going to fall base hit. Morse got a late start. He's held at third, and Nick plays it back in. So how about Smoke? Another deep at bat. Gets a base hit. He's on base for a 3rd time. And now the tying runs are on with 1 down here in the 6th inning.
Yeah, quite a battle there between he and Chris Tillman, and he wins that one after a big pitch count. Buck Showalter now on the way to get Tillman.
So that'll do it for Chris, who goes just 5 1/3. And with the lefty Saunders coming up. When Tillman leaves, it's his game to win. Tying runs are on. We'll get Patton in the 6th. Pacing on the bench is one of those nights where he didn't have the command. Several deep at bats. He goes 5 1/3. It is his shortest outing since July the 6th, which was his last loss. That was in New York against the Yankees. He allowed 5 runs in 5 1/3 in that game. 5 runs in 5 1/3 on 8 hits in this game. And the 2 men on base are his responsibility. So he can win this game. He cannot lose it. The tying runs are his responsibility in a 7-5 game. And here's Patton.
Yeah, Trey Patton coming in to try to save Chris Tillman. Opponent batting average at 274. Lefties hitting 284. Righties at 267. Troy Patton has done a really good job since June 1st. Has posted a 2.25 earned run average, 64% of his inherited runners are stranded.
Smoke on at first, Morse at third, and it's outside 1-0 to Michael Saunders. Dangerous hitter in this spot. He has homered tonight, a 2-run shot. He's also bounced into a double play. Orioles have the infield at double play depth with one down. High fly ball to right, playable for Markakis. Morse will tag. Nick has it. Here comes Morse to the plate. Markakis fires in, and too late to get Morse, so it's a 1-run game. But Patton does get an out and 2 down in the inning. 3 RBI game for Michael Saunders. You know, if you're Seattle, Mike, you saw what happened to your team last night. You had a 7-2 lead at Boston in the 9th inning and lost. So that 4-run deficit in the first, hey, don't worry about it. We have 8 more at bats.
Yeah, they've had some tough luck.
And here is Quintero, who has homered. That was in his last at-bat to center field. He's also drawn a walk. Ground ball to short, should end the inning. Hardy will flip to Flaherty. There's the force on Smoke, and Patton does a real good job. So the Mariners get close. They chase Tillman. Bottom of the 6th coming up. The Birds still have the lead.
First inning, big 3 RBI double. Nick Markakis sliding in on the end. But then it's Michael Saunders with the solo shot in the 3rd inning. But Crush Davis with the monster blow onto Utah Street, his 40th home run of the year. Ryan Flaherty having a great day, a double, and he picks up this solo shot in the 4th as well. Oh yeah, it's a home run. And the Orioles having the lead right now. We got the game summary. Orioles 7-6 over the Mariners. Chris Davis 1 for 3 for that 40th home run. Aaron Harang, 5 innings pitched, 7 earned runs. Tillman out of the ballgame, 5 1/3, 6 earned runs. Geico, remember, saving people money on more than just car insurance.
So Chris Tillman on the bench. His night now complete with the 5 1/3, 6 earned runs. And here is Brandon Maurer coming on for Seattle.
Yeah, this will be his 12th game. 6.88 under on average, 33 strikeouts, just 17 base on balls. Check out the opponent batting average, 324. Lefties hitting 342, and the righties at 301.
So the Orioles now will look for more of a cushion as their lead is down to 1, but the Birds have led the entire way. And here is J.J. Hardy. And he'll take a strike. All the runs against Harang were earned, even with the Ibanez error. Ground ball towards the middle, squirts on through for a base hit. So the Orioles broke out of it last night, and the hitting has continued tonight.
Good start to the sixth for the Orioles. J.J. Hardy, nice job of hitting, staying hard back through the middle.
And here is Henry Urrutia. And a base hit to left field. The rookie stays hot. Now that defense that Seattle just employed against Urrutia makes no sense. Everybody knows that he hits it the other way, and they're playing him up the middle. And JJ grimacing a bit at second base.
Take a look at JJ here. Urrutia, a beautiful job of hitting. He recognized an easy base hit and just kind of coasts on into second base.
So here's Ryan Flaherty, 2 on and none out. And he'll take ball 1. So Urrutia picks up his 5th base hit on the homestand and his 12th in 11 games in the big leagues. Hardy at second, Urrutia at first, and nobody down. Foul back. Seager at third base was creeping in with Flaherty batting ninth. But Flaherty's got a 2-hit night going, at least early on in this at-bat. Buck Showalter not asking for a sacrifice. There's a lot of room on the left side of the infield. The shortstop Miller shading up the middle. Oh, good breaking ball.
And take a look at the Nissan pitch track here. Big 11-5 breaking ball. 74 miles an hour, changing gears on Ryan Flaherty.
Well, 2 singles to begin the inning. 1 and 2 on Flaherty. Came back with the same pitch, and Flaherty that time lets it go by for ball 2. Ryan Flaherty has worked very hard to stay sharp, so when needed, he's ready. He played first base the other night for Chris Davis, who got a half a night off DHing, tonight playing second base. Line drive, base hit left field for Flaherty. Hardy will be held at third. Ibanez gets it in. 3 consecutive singles to begin the inning.
Boy, another beautiful piece of hitting by Ryan Flaherty. We've seen a lot of the Orioles lefties going the other way. And Ryan Flaherty stays on this fastball. Watch his hands come inside the ball. Drops the bat head down and just spanks it out into left field. See Bobby Dickerson holding J.J. Hardy up. That ball's just hit too hard.
So the Orioles have 10 hits in the game and 10 hits for a second consecutive game. And a chance for a big inning. Here's Nate McLouth. Bases full of birds, nobody down. Breaking ball outside. Good take, 1-0. Nate 1 out of 3. Extending his hitting streak to 6 in a row. Foul got a piece of Quintero, the catcher. Ouch. So Mauer comes on and allows 3 consecutive singles to begin the inning after his team pulled within a run. The Orioles loaded the bases in the first with none down and eventually scored 3. They have loaded the bases with none down here in the 6th. Down and in, ball 2. fly ball, deep center field, back it goes, it is gone! Grand slam for McLeod. And our Lexus Drive of the Game brought to you by Lexus of Towson, the Baltimore area's #1 Lexus dealer. Come see why. They're the #1 at LexusofTowson.com. And there is the first career grand slam for Nate McLeod.
Yeah, that was a beautiful swing. Now, Nate McLeod got that count in his favor, and that fastball was grooved down the heart of the plate, and he did not miss it. Great swing by Nate McLeod on a huge 6th inning for the Baltimore Orioles.
And Machado fouls it back. He's down 0-2, and there's still nobody out. McLeod, his 8th multi-hit game since the All-Star break. And that one all the way back to the screen. So the Orioles with 3 home runs in this game. It is their 39th multi-home run game on the year. And they're second on this homestand. They had 4 against Boston in the win on Friday night last week. The Orioles' 3rd grand slam of the season. Chris Davis had the grand slam in the home opener. That was way back in April. And Wieters has the other grand slam. Grounded to short. Brad Miller has it. And Machado retired for the first out in the inning, 1 away.
The Orioles offense just keeps pounding them out here. They've scored in every inning, but the second, the Mariners keep fighting back as well. Maybe this will be the inning that it puts the Mariners to sleep, but they have been continuously coming back after the Orioles.
Now Miguel's telling Nate there, I never would have threw you that pitch. This ball's ripped to right field by Markakis, and over to Gloved is Michael Morse. So 2 down on that loud out to right. Well, we've had some fireworks here in the 6th inning, but the next fireworks night at Oriole Park is Friday, August 23rd after the Orioles game with Oakland at 7:05. Enjoy a beautiful post-game display which will light up the Birdland skies. Get your tickets in advance and save 888-848-BIRD or online at Orioles.com. Miguel really engaged in conversation there.
Yeah, he loves it. He loves to see the Orioles bats coming to life.
Meantime, Tillman is loving life. He allowed 6 runs in 5 1/3, and he's got a 5-run lead. And now the Orioles bullpen will go about trying to hold it, as Patton got the final 2 outs in the 6th. So they'll have to pitch the final 3 innings. 0-1 on Jones, who was 2 out of 3 on the night. Adam now has 19 multi-RBI games on the year with his 3 ribbies tonight. We were talking about Jim Presley with Adam in batting practice, and he kept saying over and over and over, hit it to the southwest side. Hit it to the southwest side in deep right center field. Just that's what I want. Keep going that way. And Adam was hitting line drive after line drive that way to stay on the ball and not overswing. And that was a real good pitch that darted on him outside, and Jones out on strikes, and the inning ends. But how about Nate McLeod? Bases loaded, he hits it out. His 7th home run is a grand slam, and 11-6 Orioles lead. tomorrow, more O's action. Scott Feldman will be on the mound against Erasmo Ramirez for Seattle. Our coverage on MASN HD begins at 6:30 with O's Extra presented by Geico. And then game coverage at 7 o'clock on MASN HD and MASN on WJZ. We've got all the access you need right here on MASN.
Yeah, Ramirez, another one of the young arms from the Seattle Mariners. Up to a pretty good start as far as wins go. 2 wins on the season, no losses, but that earned run average up there, 7.71. And Scott Feldman, we're going to keep the Orioles on track, 9-8 on the year, 3.89 earned run average.
Nate McLouth with a huge night. He got the Orioles going in the first with a leadoff single. He has now hit a grand slam. Coming into this game, Mike, the Orioles 28-13 when he scores a run. He has scored twice in this game tonight. Brad Miller, the leadoff man, first ball swinging and fouls it deep, but foul down the line.
I think he hit it out of the stadium.
Yeah, might have gone to Utah Street. Doesn't count if it's foul. Miller is 0 for 3. He did reach on a fielder's choice and scored. Stays off the breaking ball. Patton got Saunders and Quintero to end the 6th. One inherited runner did score. Popped up foul back of the plate. That'll be in the crowd. Brad Miller had one of those Manny Machado-like get to the big leagues. Drafted in 2011. This year began in Double-A. Then to Triple-A, although Manny skipped that part. Just outside. Manny would be celebrating an anniversary coming up.
Anniversary of his call-ups?
Yeah. Off the end of the bat, center of the diamond. Who's it going to be? It's going to be Flaherty. They both looked at each other like, who wants it? It was exactly right behind the bag at second base. MLB.com at Bat is celebrating 5 years as your #1 mobile app for live baseball. It's available for your iPhone, iPad, Android, and BlackBerry 10. At Bat delivers Orioles baseball with live audio, pitch tracking, stats, highlights, and more. Text at Bat to 31826 or visit Orioles.com for all the details. There's Nick Franklin. Franklin is 0 for 3. He has grounded out. He has flied out. He has struck out. Oh, good off speed pitch. So Patton's retired all 3 batters since coming on in relief of Chris Tillman. Same pitch, same result.
Yeah, Troy Patton's had great command of his slider. He went through a spell, though, where he was inconsistent with it, and he was giving up some hits and some runs, but he has made some adjustments, and you see his location perfect. One right there under the hands, and that one the back door.
And he got him. Now, see your readers, you know you got a rookie at the plate. He looked bad on the first one. Same result on the second one, so why not go 3 in a row?
Heck yeah, what a sweeping slider that is. Now, Troy Patton throwing across his body, so that ball looks like it's going to be starting out in the Orioles dugout, and it comes back over the plate. Franklin can't quite get to it.
Here's Kyle Seager. Oh for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. Make that 1 for 3 with a base hit. Markakis over to cut it off. Seager's thinking too. He's challenging Markakis. The throw, he is out at second base. Kyle Seager, what are you doing? Down by 5, challenging Nick Markakis. So Seager runs into an out to end the inning. 3 up and 3 down in the inning with the base hit and out at second trying to stretch. A grand time, and the Grand Slam really got him going as the Orioles have the big lead. Jim Hunter with Mike Bordick. And Mike, we sensed it last night when the Orioles were able to battle back after falling behind 2-0. The bats came alive, and it has carried over here tonight.
It sure has. I mean, you had mentioned Jim Presley said around the cage, I said last night's performance really helped relax this Orioles offense, and they have carried it over, and what a tremendous performance. Now, the Mariners' bats are really coming to life as well, so it's had to be, they've had to stay on top of their game, and they have exploded here, put up some big runs against the Mariners.
Well, it's a 3-home run night for the Orioles, so the multi-home run night, and Chris Davis with one of those home runs leads off here in the 7th. Chris's 40th home run, now 101 RBIs. He is 1 out of 3 on the night. And that ball is swept to second base. Right there is Franklin. And 1 away. Well, earlier in the game, we showed you this young lady who came to the ballpark, and for her birthday wish, she said, "Please, Davis, get a home run." Well, he did homer, so we thought, you know what? We ought to update that. So our crew went out with a Sharpie, and she updated her sign. "Chris, please get 2 home runs for us tonight." Oh, that is so cute. Chris trying to come through. That time bounces out. Let's go Orioles. That's playing it safe. Well, she has multiple signs. It's an artistic family. Here's Matt Wieters. Matt is 0 for 2. He also has an RBI with a sac fly. Bounce to second. Franklin again. And 2 quick outs. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Orioles, may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Orioles. Francisco Rodriguez getting loose. J.J. Hardy now. J.J. is 1 out of 3 on the night. He's had 6 hits now on the homestand. Takes outside ball 2. Center field off the end of the bat, but it hangs up for Saunders. And Mauer has a 3-up, 3-down inning after the Birds touched him up for 4 in the 7th. We'll head to the 8th. Young ladies enjoying it. Really enjoying it. 11-6 Birds. Tough choices tonight. How about Nate McLouth? He's 2 for 4. He has scored twice, and oh yeah, he's got that grand slam. Ryan Flaherty is 3 for 3, including a solo home run, and Adam Jones is 2 for 4 with a pair of RBI hits and 3 ribbies on the night. Text in your vote now and have your voice heard, A, B, or C, to 31826.
Francisco Rodriguez now into the ball games. This will be his 29th appearance on the season. 1.63 earned run average, 28 strikeouts in 27 2/3 innings. Opponent batting average just 196. Take a look at the left-handers hitting just .091 off Rodriguez. Righties much better at 333, but he has got a devastating changeup to left-handed bats, and he's going to try to calm Kendrys Morales down, he's got 3 hits tonight. He had 4 in last night's ball game as well. So a red hot Morales comes to the plate.
Rodriguez is making his 4th appearance since the trade from Milwaukee. He has allowed runs in 2 of the 3, each coming on solo homers. Here is Morales. Ibanez is on deck, and then Michael Morse due for Seattle in the 8th. Fly ball to center field. Jones going back on it. Still going back. And that ball is gone into the Orioles bullpen. And Rodriguez has allowed another home run. 3 runs allowed since joining the Orioles, all on solo homers. And it's now 11-7. Back-to-back 4-hit games for Kendrys Morales.
You're not going to find a much hotter hitter than Morales. His 17th home run of the season. He jumps all over this first pitch fastball, up and out over the plate, maybe even off the plate. But he likes the look of it, and he gets on it. Hammers it center field.
For Morales, number 17, he's got a 2 RBI night. Strike taken by Ibanez. He is 0 for 3, bounced into the fielder's choice in the second, has flied out twice. Orioles have the shift on against them. And a foul off the breaking ball. Straight down at the plate, and it's 0-2. This is one of these nights, if you're Seattle, a struggling team, that you're going to be really frustrated if you don't complete the comeback, where at the moment you have 7 runs on the board. Robbie Thompson's club, they're winless on this road trip. This is their 4th game. And you're trailing by 4 runs with 7 on the board. And there goes Ibanez. So they got away from the fastball there, and Ibanez on 3 pitches is out 1 away.
Yeah, beautiful breaking ball right here from Francisco Rodriguez. Little backdoor piece. It shows itself up there, but late bite at the end. Ibanez out front for a big first out.
Michael Morse now. Fouls it off, 0-1. Morse an RBI double in the 2-run 6th inning. He has also struck out and bounced into a double play. He had been on the disabled list with a right quad strain and was just activated on July the 29th. So he is just back with the team. Deep left field, and that ball's going to go. It's 11-8. 2 home run inning allowed by Francisco Rodriguez.
Well, you thought that grand slam by Nate McLouth might take the wind out of this Mariners offense, but they continue to fight back. The home runs here in the 8th, and Morris gets his arms extended on a 91-mile-an-hour fastball up in the zone. And he covers this ball deep to left field.
It's amazing in a game in which you have 11 runs on the board. At the moment, it now becomes a save situation. Ryan Mattis is going to get loose here in the 8th. Still only 1 down. Here's Justin Smoke. Breaking ball for a strike, 0-1. In his brief time with the Orioles, the secondary pitches have not been a problem for Rodriguez. It's been the fastball.
Well, the fastballs have been elevated Top of the zone. They're seeing him good.
Change up in there for a strike. There haven't been very many games for Rodriguez since he joined the team where it might be a hold situation. This is as close as it was, and he's allowed 2 runs to get Seattle back within 3. And he got him. Another changeup. So the fastball command is something he's going to have to work on. The off-speed stuff has been outstanding.
Yeah, that's a great changeup right there. 84 miles an hour, and really with the arms and legs going, and he has great arm speed on it. Good location down in the zone. He gets smoked swinging.
Here's Michael Saunders, who's had a good night. 2-run home run and a sac fly for a 3 RBI night. There is a seagull that is circling the field. Obviously looking for some dinner, but the game's not over yet. Swing and a miss, 1-1. And the fans now are cheering on the seagull. They want the gull to land somewhere. And he's just circling around, trying to find some food. There's none out there. There maybe some used sunflower seeds. That's about it. Foul, it's 1-2. It's got to be tough for the hitter if that seagull flies right on Rodriguez while he's batting. And he has landed and he's getting an ovation. Welcome to Baltimore. Of course, he lives in the harbor, so he didn't have to come far. He's looking around like, what's going on? I'm important. And the 1-2 is fouled down the line. Seattle has hit 4 home runs in this game and trails 11-8. One and 2 on Saunders. And another foul ball. And our friend is leaving. Flying out into the night over the center field wall.
But he'll be back.
Oh, absolutely, with friends. As soon as the game ends. Just inside, 2-2. And he got him. So the changeup outstanding. Rodriguez, though, allows Seattle to pull closer. A 2-home run inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th with the beautiful Blue Jay and the Seagull over. Field contributes $50 to support the Y of Central Maryland's Fit and Fun program. To date, the Orioles have drawn 264 walks for a total of $13,200. Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield encourages each of us to take that first step towards a healthier and a more active lifestyle. 25,947 on hand at Camden Yards, and they have seen a lot of hitting. 11-11-0 for the Orioles, 8-11-1 for Seattle. 7 home runs total in this game. The Orioles have hit 3 and have the lead. Seattle has hit 4 and trails. 3 of the 4 for Seattle solos. 1 of the Orioles a grand slam. Urrutia takes high 1-0 as Mauer stays on. It's his 3rd inning of work. Of course, he was in the rotation, so he is stretched out. This is only his 2nd relief appearance. Urrutia to left field and hangs for Ibanez. And he's got it for the out and 1 away. So unless the Orioles score, even though the Birds have 11 runs, this is a save situation. And a nice ovation for Ryan Flaherty, who's having a nice night. He has doubled, he has homered, he has singled. Does he have a triple in that bat? Swing and a miss, and here's his home run in the 4th inning.
Yeah, he got on this inside offering, got just enough of it to get it out. It went under review, and sure enough, the Orioles fans, they knew it right away.
And he waves at a breaking ball, couldn't stop in time, 0-2. Seattle in the 9th will have 9-1-2. Quintero, Miller, and Franklin due up. Bouncer towards the middle. Bobbled by the shortstop Miller, and no play at first base as it's off the bag. Smoke had to come off the bag to save a 2nd error.
Yeah, Miller trouble handling baseball tonight. This is pretty much a routine ground ball. Just doesn't quite look it in. Ryan Flaherty hustling down the line. He just didn't catch it cleanly, and then he almost picked himself up 2 errors in one play. Tried to rush the throw. Smoke saved it there.
That is his 5th error on the year since coming up from the minors, and here's Nate McLeod. High fly ball center field. This one's playable for Saunders. Flaherty back to tag the draw throw, and Saunders fires it back in. Well, McLeod is retired. He's 2 out of 5 and 2 away. Well, Jim Johnson, the closer, getting loose. It is a save situation now with a 3-run lead. Johnson has picked up 2 saves on the homestand, including last night. Here's Manny Machado, 1 out of 3, so he's got a 2-game hitting streak working. Last night he snapped his 0-for-14 drought, which gives you an idea of how good of a year he's having when we're calling it 0-for-14 a drought.
Yeah, right. He has had an amazing year, both offensively and defensively. Unbelievable consistency. And there's been a lot of pressure on Manny Machado. I mean, right from the get-go, with all the doubles he was hitting, of course, made the All-Star game. And he's handled himself extremely well.
Batting with Flaherty on at first and 2 down. It would almost seem fitting if Machado doubled in this at bat. It would be his 40th double, and it would come in the same game that Davis got his 40th home run. And it would also likely get Flaherty in from first base. He'll be off with the swing with 2 men down. Big, healthy cut throw behind the runner and no play at all. Smoke was in front of the bag. Well, when hitters have red-hot starts, you wonder how will that pace be continued. Very often they do come back to earth, but Manny has held his own. And he swings through it there. Can't catch up to the fastball, and the inning ends. An error man left. The closer coming on. Bottom, the ninth inning coming up. The Orioles have the lead. Masson is brought to you by Antwerpen. Come to Antwerpen and take the yes test today. Visit any Antwerpen dealership and find out if you pass. 11-8, the Orioles have the lead, 3 outs away from a win. And back-to-back wins, and here's the closer, Jim Johnson.
And Jim Johnson coming in. This will be his 53rd game of the season. He does have the 37 saves on the year, 3.33 earned run average, 38 punch-outs in 48 2/3 innings. Opponent batting average of 254, lefties 248. All right, he's just a click better at 263.
Jim has 9 consecutive scoreless appearances working. And he has 8 saves in that span. The other appearance was a non-save situation. Here's former Oriole Endy Chavez to lead off. He's pinch hitting. And it's down and away 1-0. Endy last year got in 64 games with the Orioles. Fouls it back, a ball and a strike. Now this is to get a lefty against a righty. Quintero had a real good night. And a tapper out in front of the mound is going to be a tough play. Johnson throws and down the line, but alertly backing up is Ryan Flaherty. Oh, what a heads-up play by Flaherty. So that'll be an infield hit, a swinging bunt.
Well, it sure was a nice play by Ryan Flaherty, and the fact of the matter is he took a very good deep angle on the play. And, you know, a lot of times second baseman will back up, but they'll get too close. Now Chavez reaches out, a really good pitch. Johnson getting down there, realizing Chavez's speed, kind of rushes it a little bit. Ryan Flaherty back on the outfield grass to preserve an extra base.
So running with speed on. Here's Brad Miller back to the top of the lineup. Bouncer towards Flaherty. To Hardy. Back to first and out at first, and a double play. That erases the base runner and 2 men down. Oh, how quick was Hardy getting rid of that?
Yeah, Hardy was quick, and Ryan Flaherty was sure-handed as he watched it right into the glove. You see the big chopper now. This is not an easy play. He goes right down with his eyes to get it. And J.J. Hardy turns it better than anybody. And you see the close play at first, but indeed he was out.
And a ground ball to second base to Flaherty. He'll get it to first, and the Orioles get the opener of this 3-game series. Jim Johnson picks up the save. Nate McLouth with the big blow, the grand slam. And the Orioles grab the opener 11-8 for Jim Johnson, save number 38 on the year, and number 40 as Chris Davis hit his 40th home run in the victory. Final score at Camden Yards as the Birds grab the opener. Orioles 11, Seattle 8.